It's so cool hearing about physical businesses. I guess, these days, really the only businesses you hear about, often the ones interviewed on podcasts, are like online and internet businesses, like marketing agency or PR, digital media or content or courses or any physical software. But like physically designing a product, getting it manufactured and selling it to a physical customer, that's got to feel pretty good because you do the online stuff as well. Is there a different kind of enjoyment in the two?
From online sales, there's very little enjoyment, unfortunately. I don't really like online sales, although they're a big part of our business. There's no emotional attachment to an online sale apart from seeing the figures at the end of the day, which are, that's great, that makes me feel good. That's it.
Yeah.
But what is nice is when you sell all this stuff and you don't see these customers, and I go and visit different flying clubs or whatever it happens to be, or I'm racing model aeroplanes, which I'm doing this weekend as well. And you go to this club and half the models at this club are the models you designed. And you go, wow, look at that. Yeah, that came from my pen and I must have come through me at some stage. And that's pretty powerful stuff, really.
Nice. I've just got a few specific questions about the shop stuff because it's weird for me. Do you have to like buy stock in bulk in advance and then stick it in a warehouse and then you're hoping to sell it over time? Is that how it works?
It can be. It depends how you do it. I mean, we ship from China 40-foot containers. And if you look at model aeroplanes, again, going back to the one we just spoke about, you can get 550 of those in one 40-foot container. So obviously you're having to get containers on let's say a monthly basis. So on that side of the business, yes, you've got to buy in bulk because we're supplying not only end users, we're supplying other model shops as well around the country. We also license the product to, used to a guy in Germany who isn't there any longer, but also to a guy in America. So they actually have them manufactured at source under our license and they go out. Yeah, you do have to buy in bulk on that side of the business. On the other side of the business, the shop business, really, yes, you used to have to buy in more bulk, but because now it's a more competitive market, you probably don't have to do that now. And also your website can show warehouse stock potentially that you don't have. We try not to do that route. We try to have everything we show on our websites in stock, at least a single item, because, you get an order for it, you want to fulfill it straight away. So the only company we deal with where we have to buy well in advance and to the maximum we think we're going to sell is actually Hornby Hobbies.
Okay.
Because they're very, very, I'll put this on record, very backwards in the way they do business. They want to know exactly what they're going to sell for the year. They want those orders in advance so they can manufacture it, which I think is the wrong way to go about things.
When we first moved to the UK, I was 8 years old and we were living in Wiltshire, a little town called Devizes. And there was a toy shop there.
Yeah.
And I used to go there and buy these like mini airplane things they would have the whole thingy of like the Revell paints and the glues and stuff.
All the plastic kits.
I would get like a £7.99 one for my birthday. And then I'd spend ages like painting the bits. And then I realized, shit, you could paint them before you put the thing on and it makes it way easier. And that was like my hobby when I was a kid. And my brother and I went back a couple of years ago and the same shop was there, the same kind of stuff. We bought ourselves some Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards just for old time's sake. But yeah, there was.
Did you get Charizard in it?
No, I wish. If only.
There you go. If only.
If only. Yeah, there's just something so nice about just the tactile nature of like a physical hobby, which I feel like I don't really do anymore.
But also the visit to the shop.
Yeah,
it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, you can talk to them and be like, hey.
How much enjoyment do you get from, I'll have one of those, I'll have one of those?
Zero. Less than zero.
So that's the same for me selling you that product.
Yeah.
You come into my shop, as I explained before, and you ask about something and I can give you years of advice, years of help. That will be perfect for you. And you've had that experience of coming in and buying. Why have we decided that the internet's better? What a shame.
I think it's the same kind of thing. If I make a video teaching someone step-by-step methods to starting a YouTube channel, that's very different to sitting down in front of someone and saying the same stuff, but seeing the like, oh shit, in there.
You can see the light bulb come on, can't you?
And you can see kind of the ideas whirring and stuff, which you just don't get over the internet. But yeah, internet, zero cost, big scale.
Exactly.
There's lots of, pros and cons. So you've got this model business right now. What other businesses do you have? What else? What are the streams of revenue in your life, I guess?
Well, there's all sorts of streams of revenue. Obviously, investing is a stream of revenue, but everything I invest in gets reinvested anyway. YouTube, obviously, is a revenue stream as well, which is shared 50-50 with my son. And obviously, there's a lot of cost to YouTube that people don't realise. I mean, all this equipment, it all costs money, doesn't it? And to do a professional setup, we reinvest a lot of money. I don't know what the percentages are, but it's a lot of money. And that's a good revenue stream for me now, but it was never started for that reason. It was started purely to pass on these years of knowledge. Yeah. And I say to a lot of people, to give 35 years worth of life experience, you got to look about 55, haven't you? And that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So it wasn't done initially to be a revenue stream, but of course it certainly is now. Yeah.
Nice. So kind of model business with the manufacturing arm and also the commerce arm. And then the YouTube thing are sort of your main, I guess, quite active income.
Yeah.
And then investing and stuff on the passive side.
Yeah. Nice. I'm a very keen reinvestor. So I don't really take much out from investing. The only time I really have is when I bought one of my warehouses because it was during the dot-com bubble and I took it out and bam, it went down and I did it a week really before the bubble burst. It was fantastic.
Nice.
So you've got to have a little